Hi, this is Scott Midwest, your service tech, and today we're going to replace the turbine cartridge on our Midwest Tradition Plus handpiece. So we have the manufacturer's replacement turbine cartridge kit here in a box, and once you open that box up, we're going to have the warranty registration card, the instruction guide. We have a wrench here to take the handpiece apart, and we've got a little plastic vial here with some parts in. Inside of here is going to be, all those out of there, the new turbine cartridge. There'll be 2 wave washers and 2 O-rings. Okay? And then there's an additional pin here that we're going to go ahead, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and put that in the existing turbine, push the button, lock it in. Okay, that's going to help us get that old turbine out. So we're going to take our wrench. The square end is going to fit over the back cap. There's little flats that it'll sit on. And then we're going to loosen that up. After you loosen it a couple turns, and you can spin it off with your fingers. And then you can push on the pin to pop the turbine out once you get it out. Okay, and lay that aside. We're going to go ahead and take the back cap and pull that off that turbine. So this is the bad turbine. We're going to go ahead and drop that back in the vial here so we don't get that mixed up. A new one here. So we need to remove the wave washer and the O-rings from the head and the cap. So to remove the wave washer and O-ring, we're going to use just a blunt probe here, nothing sharp, and we can get in there, and you can see the wave washer there. We're going to go ahead and get under it first and pull it out. Set that aside. And then we just need to pop that O-ring. There's a little groove it sits in. Okay. Do the same thing on the head. Washer. And O-ring. Okay. So we've got all the bad components out now. So we want to clean the inside before we put the new parts in, and we're going to use our Midwest Plus handpiece cleaner, and we just want to clean these items up real good. Use a clean swab. When the turbine fails, there'll be a lot of black debris in here. Make sure you get all that debris out of both these parts before you put the new one in, so that we don't have any grit getting into the new bearings. So once we have our handpiece, we have the head cleaned out, we have the cap cleaned out, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some of our Midwest Plus handpiece lubricant into the lid here, and we're going to place the 2 O-rings in that oil or lubricant, and I get them all oiled up. It's going to make them easier to put in when we're reassembling the new turbine. So we're going to start in the head of the handpiece, and we're going to take a wave washer, and it is going to go in first, and there's a flat area that it lays in the whole way in the bottom. And then there's a groove that the O-ring's going to go into. So we've got that O-ring saturated with oil. And we're going to start it into the groove. Working our way around. Until it's seated in the groove the whole way around. So we have the wave washer laying in the bottom, O-ring in the groove. Set that aside, and we're going to do the same thing for the cap. Wave washer is going to sit in the bottom. And then this O-ring actually works well. Let's get it started. You pretty much just push it into the groove with your thumb. Way around. Sure it's seated in that little groove the whole way around. Wave washer is laying in. Then we're going to take the turbine and we're going to push the back cap. The O-ring is going to go up over that back bearing with all the lubricant on there. It's going to slide on really easy. Make sure that spins freely. And then we're going to take the handpiece itself, put the turbine in, thread it on. You shouldn't feel any resistance. And work the spin around, make sure it's getting seated. Snug it up. And then tighten it with the wrench. Get good and tight so that that cap doesn't come loose when you're using the handpiece. We're going to go ahead and maintain this handpiece either in our automated maintenance machine or with manual maintenance. We want to make sure we put a bunch of oil in there. We want to get more oil and lubricant in the head. Then you're going to pre-run this handpiece for 1 minute at maybe about 10 psi, just at a real low pressure to start it spinning. But to do that for a minute, that makes sure that the oil is coating all the bearings inside, and then you can go ahead and run it at full speed. And you're all set to go. So, once again, this is Scott Midwest, your service tech, and have a great day.